Good morning, dear students. Let us start today's class with a small prayer. Lord Jesus, we surrender all children and their supporting hands into your heart. Bless them with your love and care. Help us to provide healing hands and smiling face during their journey. Lord, make me as an instrument of your peace, love, and healing. Amen. Ave Maria. Hope all of you are fine. We will continue with the growth and development of a school child in this class. School age is a segment which extends from 6 to 12 years almost. Okay, it starts after the baby enters into the school and it continues till puberty actually. Once the baby started having puberty changes, then such a babies enter into adolescent period. So school age can vary from one baby to another baby, but we cannot consider it for a common learning or teaching purpose. So for that, we will consider that school age span is from 6 to 12 years, which is common. Okay, 6 to 12 years. So what is the age of a school age child? That is 6 to 12 years. Now we will move on to the biologic development. In the biologic development, baby have the weight gain of 2 to 3 kg per year. 2 to 3 kg. And weight at 6 to 8 years we can see it is something around 17.5 to 25 kg, 25.5 kg, and 8 to 10 years 23 to 32 kg, and from 10 to 12 years it is 25 to 25.5 to 39.5 kg. And weight at 10 year, what is the speciality? It is the birth weight into 10. It is told as it is birth weight into 10. Okay, now what is the formula to identify? There are two formula, age in years into 3. Okay, it is the easiest formula, age in years into 3. And there is one more formula to estimate, age in years into 7 divided by 2 minus 5. So identify age in years into 7 divided by 2 first and then minus 5. It will be almost equal as age in years into 3. But you may not get the exact weight. 1 or 2 kg may be different, that we can suspect from changes from one child to the another child. So what is the formula? There are two formulas to identify the weight. Study anyone. Okay, age in years into 3 or age in years into 7 divided by 2 minus 5. Okay, during this particular period, school age, boys will have more weight than the girls of that particular age group. Boys has more weight than the girls. So what are things we have to study in the weight? Okay, weight gain is 2 to 3 kg per year. At 6 to 8 years, it ranges from 17.5 to 25.5. At 8 to 10 years, 22 to 32 kg. 10 to 12 years, it is 20.5 to 39.5 kg. And weight at 10 into birth weight. And formula for estimating the weight, okay, that is from 6 to 12 years, age in years into 3 or age in year into 7 divided by 2 minus 5. And boys have more weight than the girls. Okay, what I want to say that there may be slight changes in the weight and height of the children according to the different country and according to different race. So it may differ from one book to another book. So follow the same age group which is given by us, so that we will be able to protect you during your practical exams. You may have confusion if you search even in the net. So study what content we are giving. Now we will see what is the height of a children, school age, okay, in school age. Height gain is 5 centimeter per year, and we can see it is at 6 to 8 years, it is almost 110 to 124 centimeter. From 8 to 10, it reaches to 121 to 137 centimeter, and from 10 to 12 years, it reaches from 131 to 147, 148 centimeter. And the same formula what we learned from toddler, preschooler and the schooler, even if it is applicable up to school age, okay, formula to identify the height of children from 2 to 12 years, age in years into 6 plus 77. And the boys and the girls have the same weight. So height gain is 5 centimeter, formula is same, and the boys and the girls have the same height. From school age onwards, in the anthropometric measurements, only height and weight comes for a regular physical examination. The remaining head circumference, chest circumference and mid-arm is completed by preschool age. So be careful, need not write in case of a normal physical examination, but in case if it is significant due to some disorders, maybe some cerebral tumor or maybe due to some chest hemorrhage, only in such a significant condition we will go for checking head circumference, chest circumference and the other mid-arm circumference, only if it is required. Clear? Okay. So that 3 aspects need not check during the schooler period. We'll see the vital signs. Okay, pulse decreases, respiration decreases and the BP increases. So 6 to 8 years, pulse is 90 plus or minus 15, respiration 21 plus or minus 3, and the BP is 100 by 60 plus or minus 16 by 10. And at 8 to 10 years, 85 plus or minus 10, 20 plus or minus 3, BP 102 divided by 60 plus or minus 16 by 10. At 10 to 12 years, boys have more pulse, 90 plus or minus 20, but girls have only 85 plus or minus 20. Respiration is same, 19 plus or minus 3, and the BP ranges, okay, from 109 divided by 58 plus or minus 16 to 10 to 130, 113 divided by 59 plus or minus 18 by 10. So this is the vital signs, and the temperature remains, okay, it is almost same, 98.6 degree Fahrenheit in the normal condition. So this is the normalcy of the vital signs. In the systemic circulation, first we will see what is the body proportion. Here also baby looks, okay, long leg, and from preschooler onwards they have the slim look. Here also the babies become more slim, and since the lower extremity is growing fast, the the center of gravity became lowers. Okay, then the posture of the children is helpful for the locomotion and efficient use of arms and trunk. Next, by the end of this age, okay, the schooler will have doubling their strength, physical capacity, steady and refined coordination. So they have doubling their strength and physical capacity, and they have a very good and steady, refined coordination. And muscles are, we can see that developing, but it is not so mature. Functionally, it is immature comparing to the adult. So body proportion, we can see that the long leg and slim look. So since the length of the height of the leg is increasing, so the center of gravity become lower part. Okay, moves to the lower part of the body. Posture facilitate locomotion, and so it is helpful for the effective use of arms and trunk. By the end of this age, okay, the children will increase their, okay, almost doubling their strength and physical capacity, and they will have very good, refined and steady coordination, and muscles are functionally immature comparing to the adult. In the nervous system, we can see that CNS is almost mature by 10 years. Okay, central nervous system gets mature by 10 years. In the cardiovascular system, as I mentioned earlier, pulse rate decreases, BP increases, and the heart assumes more vertical position. Okay, heart will have, half the muscles are strengthening, the heart assumes more vertical position, and heart grows slowly in relation to the rest of the body. Okay, the growth rate of the heart is slow comparing with the other part of the body. The next is the endocrine system. Okay, in the endocrine system, all except, okay, reproduction is matured just like a preschooler, and the response to stress is gradually increasing. Response to stress is gradually increasing. Next, we will see what is the changes in the gastrointestinal system. Gastrointestinal system is getting matured, and in the dentition we can see that from 6 years onwards, the primary teeth started to lose. So it is an age of loose teeth. So primary teeth are lost during this particular period. So as it is coming, the first two or the central incisors, upper or lower is getting lost first. Okay, and the new teeth is coming. The teeth which is lost is very small, and it is appropriate according to the phase of the baby. But what happened? The secondary teeth are too large. It is appropriate for the phase in adulthood, but in a childhood, during this particular age, we will feel like these teeth are too large. Clear? In Malayalam, we will call it as palagappalla, because we feel like it is odd. The new teeth is too big in comparison with the face of a baby. So that there is a nickname given for this particular period, that is ugly duckling stage. What is that? Ugly duckling stage. So it is an age of loose tooth. Otherwise, it is called as, it is the age of ugly duckling stage. So during the school age itself, almost except second and third, all primary teeth will be getting lost, and the secondary teeth eruption happens. And GI system gets almost mature, and the stomach complaints you had at 10 o'clock during school hours. Okay, such a problems will present during school age. Otherwise, we can see that the stomach complaints are few, but still there can be slight upset. Usually, it comes by 10 o'clock, disappear by 10:30. And then second is the increased stomach capacity. As the weight increases, the stomach capacity also increases. So in GIT, it is an age of loose teeth and ugly duckling stage. And in dentition, almost all secondary teeth except second and third, that secondary teeth eruption happens. And the GI system attains maturity, fewer stomach complaints, and the stomach capacity increases. In the renal system, bladder capacity increases, and boys has less capacity. Why? Our society permits them to urinate everywhere. Okay, that is a simple reason. Okay, otherwise there is no physiological reason. It is only depending upon the training. Bladder capacity increases, and the boys have less capacity. Immune system. Immunoglobulin reaches to the adult level, and response to infection is increasing, so it becomes more specific and localized. Response to infection is more specific and localized. And the musculoskeletal system, it continued to ossify. Okay, the musculoskeletal system is continued to ossify. So this is what we have seen, the basic changes in their physiological development. In sensory development of a schooler, by 7 years, visual acuity reaches to 20 by 20. Visual acuity is 20 by 20. And the taste and smell we have seen is almost developed in the preschooler itself. So it is fully developed. And any common objects which the baby is dealing frequently, by touch itself, baby is able to identify. Even baby is not seeing it, baby can identify with the touch. So we can see that sensory development is almost getting completed by school age. Visual acuity is 20 by 20. Taste and smell is already matured and able to identify the common objectives by the touch itself. Okay, that is regarding the sensory development of a school. Okay, now we will move on to the motor development of a child. In the sensory, in the gross motor development, by 6 to 8 years, baby is able to ride a bicycle. The baby can run, jump, climb and hops. Okay, hops means ottakala chaduga. Run, jump, climb and hops. By 8 to 10 years, baby is able to perform bicycle tricks and the bicycle races, slow race and the fast race. They will be able to participate and conduct. Begin to participate in an organized sports. Here game starts. Participating in the games, basketball and the football, and throws a ball skillfully and overhead and the underhead without falling. Okay, so in 8 to 10 years, performs bicycle tricks and races, begins to participate in organized sports like basketball and football, throws a ball skillfully overhead and underhead. And by 12 years, baby can perform almost all the physical activities. Okay, that is regarding the gross motor development. By 6 to 8 years, ride bicycle, run, jump, climb and hops. 8 to 10 years, performs tricks in bicycle and conduct races, begin to participate in games and throw ball skillfully. And a baby can perform all the activities by 12 years. In fine motor development, draw a person with by 6 to 8 years, they will be able to draw a person with 12 to 16 parts. And the baby is able to differentiate or understand right and left hand clearly. And they will be able to utilize it in an effective manner. And they print words and learns writing. So by the school starts, they know to write and print words, and the baby have very good hand-eye coordination. Then by 8 to 10 years, we can see that the baby using both hand independently, and baby is able to draw a person with the 18 to 20 parts. Okay, by mistake I have written it as words in the slide. You can correct it. It is 18 to 20 words. So in fine motor development, we can see that draws a person with 12 to 16 parts by 6 to 8 years. By 6 to 8 years, knows right from the left, print words and write letters, and they have very good hand-eye coordination. 8 to 10 years, they uses both hands independently, and they will be able to use, draw a person with the 18 to 20 parts. In self-care, we will divide and see. First, feeding skill. By 6 years, baby is able to eat with fingers. So, than eating with a spoon, and they would like to eat with fingers, and they are more interested to eat at the beginning of the meals. Okay, at the entrance, whenever they say the food, they are more happy, and at the end of the meal. By 7 years, they will improve with table manners. It changes from family to family. As the family teaches table manners, the baby learns. So there will be less talking. 8 to 10 years, they handles the eating utensils skillfully. So they will be able to use the fork and spoon and even the vessels skillfully. Knife, all these things. By 10 to 12 years, criticize the table manners of parents. So parents are taught them, and in case if the parents are not doing it, they will be criticizing the parents. So that is regarding the feeding skills. In self-care, dressing and grooming. Okay, 6 to 8 years, baby need to be reminded. Okay, all the hygienic practices during school age, they are able to perform, but they need to be reminded. Okay, just to go through your school age, many times quarrel occurs between you and parents for not performing the hygienic practices in order to brush, in order to take bath. So to be reminded many times. That is the peculiarity of this particular age group. They need some help with dressing. Okay, in the beginning, okay, at the beginning of school age, they need some help, and usually wherever they are removing the dress, they leave the class there itself, and they can brush and comb the hair then and there. They will be able to do the brushing and combing hair. In smaller children they may require some help, but wears whatever is selected by the parents. Okay, so they are the preschooler and the toddler, they are very peculiar regarding the selecting their own clothes. From preschooler it reduces, but still schooler they will be obeying the parents in dressing. So in 6 to 8 years need to be reminded, okay, repeatedly reminded for the hygienic practices, need some help with dressing, leave clothes where they are removed, and can brush and comb by self, and wear whatever is selected by the parents. In 10 to 12 years, in dressing and grooming, they enjoy selecting the current style of clothes. Okay, they enjoy. They wanted to looking around the peer groups, and they wanted to dress like a peer group, and they are happy to dress like a peer group, and they need constant reminding for personal hygiene. Yes. Okay, it changes only when they become adolescent, and bath frequently by the end, and prefers shower. So by 10 to 12 years, they enjoy selecting the current style of clothes, needs constant reminding for personal hygiene, and baths frequently, prefers shower. Okay, that is regarding the self-care. Thank you. We will see in the remaining in the next slide.